Welcome everyone. Today is Saturday. It's June the 25th. I'm Frosty and this is MogTalk. If this is your first time visiting us here at the show, MogTalk is a podcast where the Final Fantasy 14 community comes together and discusses anything from PvP to Chocobo racing to Savage racing. Today, we will be discussing the latter, picking back up on our series of analyzing the different Savage fights of Alexander. Today, it's A7S or M3S or whatever you want to call it, because apparently there's a big thing about that. But everyone says A7S, right, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's done. I mean, you can't change that.
They try to do the same thing with binding coil, second coil. They're like, and it's not T6, guys. It's the second binding coil of Bahamut turn. Oh.
Matt tries so hard, man. Poor guy. All right. Before we jump into it, of course, let me introduce our wonderful guest here. First, we have returning with us yet again in this series. You've made both of the previous ones so far. An extremely intelligent, skilled, and likely best shoutcaster on MogTalk award winner, Balana Rahl. Balana, not Balan.
Yeah, you got that right this time.
I'm sorry, man.
Sorted out. No worries. It's only my sixth time being on here.
Yeah,
so,
it's
5 out of 6. That's a bat in a.
I guess I wasn't typing as decisively as Miunih does, so I missed that A probably.
He is a very.
I'm not typing anything anymore.
How you doing, Balana? What are you up to, man?
Doing great. Just working, doing the weekly clears still with the team. Getting sales, getting some gills stocked up for next patch.
How many books do you have by now? Or how many books have you earned so far?
Of which fight?
Of A7S, man. A7S.
Of A7. Well, we cleared that on the second week. Almost got it the first week.
Okay.
But we cleared it on the second week, unlike some of the other guests here who might have gotten it a little bit earlier than us. But so yeah, however many weeks from then, because it's been a while. It's been a while.
It's been about 3 months, and so I think I'm on week 12 now. Yeah, week 12 on it. So
It's not bad.
not bad. Miunih. Next, of course, I already said your name, but I'm going to introduce you anyways. Very good friend of the show, Miunih, who has cleared world first for Alexander for this and the last tier, and a specialist in memes and doot-doots. How are you doing,
you're
man?
not wrong.
Yeah,
I
I know. Everybody can do your exclamation point doot in the chat. That is Miunih's official command.
Dude, I have this is like a goal, when you have your own command in a chat, it's like you made it. It's there.
It's there.
Done.
You've made it on Frosty TV. Averages
Achievements
10
unlocked.
viewers per stream.
yeah.
You got it, man.
Ready to apply for partner, bro.
Yeah. Get my partnership in there. Dude. And that's our dog Scout there. You can't see it on the stream, but you can see it here in the chat. So you've been clearing it 1 week more than Balana, right? Actually, it's probably 2 days difference, I would assume, right? Or something like that.
I don't really remember.
So something close like that, yeah.
It all just kind of blurs together. Are you still doing A7S, Miunih?
Yeah, weekly.
Weekly?
And-
All right. You just log
yeah.
in, knock it out when you're done?
Well, I wish it was that easy, but it's not. But yeah, we go in, we might 20 times, we get super salty,
Really?
and yeah.
How do you guys... So the mechanics are still there to wipe you, even though you guys
Yeah.
are blasting through it with all the gear
Well,
maxed
it's
out?
not a full team. People stop playing, and we try
okay.
to place them. We have to educate them again, how we do it, and yeah, usually that's what wipes us. I mean, I'm pretty stupid myself, so I wipe us many times. But...
Fair enough. I remember there being something on Twitter there that was pretty much... who was it? Someone was calling you out. Fold? He was saying, yeah, we would have totally had this. But, sometimes it happens. Miunih disconnects and, there was a clear. We would have had it 2-3 hours earlier. But, this stuff happens.
Yeah, that happened.
I remember you posted up all this stuff about how he stopped you guys from clearing other ones. Oh, that was good. I'm sorry. I honestly, I don't follow a lot of stuff with Twitter, but Miunih, I get on there, and there's always something within the first 5 lines from you. Always something. It doesn't matter how many people I follow. You're just there, and it's just something absolutely ridiculous. All right. Well, anyways, today it has been a while, guys. It has been a little while since we started discussing Savage. I think our last one was episode 56, 11 episodes ago. That's almost like 2 to 3 months, hitting almost 3 months.
Yeah, remember you cleared A6 like right after we did our show, and you're still working on 7. I think you were waiting for the clear before doing this show, right? But
sort of. I didn't clear A6 when we A5 is the one I cleared right before we did that show, and then A6 I didn't have that cleared. We got that cleared.
You got it like a week after.
Yeah, not too long after.
Yeah.
So I'm doing this one so we can go ahead and clear A7.
There you go.
Yeah.
This is just gonna be removing the block. You're like, everybody on my team, you gotta go watch MogTalk. Everybody.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a couple hours. We're gonna be talking about the come on. Yeah, everybody. Well,
Hey guys, watch this. It's good. No, the thing is, like with our group, we have such limited time that we actually raid, and it's rare we get a full week of raiding. Like we do 6 to 8 hours of raiding a week.
That's not a lot, yeah.
Yeah, that's rare that we actually do that amount too. Sometimes we're only hitting like 4 hours a week, right?
I mean, that's way more committed than my team. We only do like an hour and a half a week now.
Shut the. So our progression is extremely slow, but I don't know. It's still fine. We're almost at A7, and we got to clear 8. The thing is, we got to clear 8S before this next before 3.4. That's the goal, right?
You got what? So people are projecting like September 20th is the guesstimated date right now.
Yeah. So we have a little bit of time, and so I'm going to be studying that fight and going crazy on that fight, and I'm going to expect you guys to go switch servers to help advise people on my team about what we need to do.
Just send them to Twitch.
Yeah, send them to Twitch. All right. So anyways, we're going to discuss A7S today, and we're going to go in detail about all the different parts of the fight. This isn't a strategy guide for the fight that we're doing. We're going to go through the fight. We're going to go through a video here, and we're actually going to discuss a couple of different parts of it, and mainly to kind of review the fight. Is this a good fight? Was it made well? Was it, something that we enjoy doing? But before we jump into some of that stuff, I want to ask you guys just some simple startup questions here. Where do you think A7S currently stands in progression for most groups? Are most groups kind of like my group, or are people done with it? Is this like old news? You guys have a little bit different perspective because you guys cleared it really quick. Yeah. But if you had to say, talking to any part of the community or looking at anywhere where other people are at, where do most people stand with A7S?
That's a good question, because overall I feel A7's like an easier clear than A6, even with the nerfs to 6. 7's just, it's less forgiving than 6. Like 6, you can have some people drop dead and it's no big problem, big deal at all. But there's a punishing mechanic in 7 where anybody who dies, this boss starts doing more damage, and your healers have to heal more, and it's kind of a slippery slope like that. So it's less forgiving, but it's a less complex fight, I would say.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've been seeing, is that the fight itself is not like super difficult, but it's not something that you can mess up on at all.
It's like it only has like a few mechanics, like a core mechanics, like you have the cages, you have the balls, and or you have some beams, and that's it really, and it just repeats each other. But like the second you make a mistake, the second someone dies, it just gets progressively harder, and it's really hard to keep up once someone dies. And like in other fights, like A5 and A6, if someone dies, you can just keep going.
Yeah, and that's what's been happening to us really. Like someone dies, we lose DPS, plus we have to heal harder, and that means I can do less DPSing myself, right, as a scholar in the fight, because I have to kind of make up a little bit more for healing. And so it really slows down if you get 1 or 2 deaths in the fight. 2 deaths, you're like just forcing your way through it. I mean, at the beginning, that's what it feels like, at least for us. 1 death, you can kind of, it's not that bad. But when you hit 2, then 3, 4 is where we say there's point of no return, basically. So we kind of wiped then. But I would say I'm looking at FF logs right now, and there's 10,000 people, around 10,000 people that have cleared it so far.
That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people, considering how many people I thought actually have cleared it. And so how many people actually actively raid is the next question, right? So we'd say maybe 100,000 people?
I mean, if you've got those stats pulled up, I'd say if you're rating, you've cleared A5 by now, right? So we could do a ratio between the number of A5 clears on that site to the A7. And you can see how many people have picked up the baton and then thrown it down before, clearing A7.
No, that's actually a really, really good point. So the question I'm going to have for you guys is, how many would you guess right now without looking at the site?
the percentage difference between 5 and 7, or
just how many people are actively rating for A5?
I mean, this is also just FF logs, so we're gonna
get
FF
logs.
On FF logs, probably 100,000 entries.
All right, Miunih?
I think less. I think it's like 70, maybe 80K.
30,000, 31.
Really?
On A5 Savage.
Oh, that's FF logs though.
That's FF logs. I mean, see, so the other part about this is that there can be duplicates on FF logs, right? People who have cleared it and they're just clearing it on alt. There's also people who don't post FF logs and who have cleared it. So I would safely say about 40,000 people. That would mean that roughly a fourth of all the people who are actively rating have cleared A7S by now.
Yeah, we can use that as a good metric to like apply to the general public.
Yeah. You guys don't hear my stomach grumbling, do you?
No.
Very loudly.
Very loudly. Okay, because it grumbled a couple of times. It's like
Kerr put something in that omelet.
Yeah. It was a very, very good omelet though. Sorry, completely random tangent, but you guys, I just want to make sure that you guys weren't picking that up. It's okay. All right. So, anyways, back to A7S of video games, guys. So about a fourth of the people have cleared it. So that puts us in kind of that fourth range because we hit Enrage, right? We're there. We're clear.
Yeah, you basically killed it.
Yeah, we got it. And so I'm going to say that most of the people who are out there rating and trying to clear stuff still haven't been able after 3 months to clear A7S. So maybe today we can help people a little bit with it. Are you guys ready for that? 25 people right now we're going to be able to help clear A7S. All right. So the other part about this is I want to ask, do you guys feel after clearing it and going through this fight many times that this was a well-implemented fight? I mean, and we're kind of coming from a lowered expectation, right? From the last fight in A4, A2, A1, that whole tier. Coming into this tier, was this a pretty good fight?
Yeah, I enjoyed this fight. If we're talking about strictly implementation, 6 was a bit buggy mess when it first came out, and 7 actually had a couple of fun bugs too. There was one where this like the Jaggy doll spawns, the big one, that's the Faust kind of looking guy, and he would explode immediately and wipe your red.
I've never seen that, like not even once in POG.
Yeah, we only got that once in POG. We all just started laughing at that point. There's also a really fun one I ran into once. Only had it happen once. Don't know what caused it, but when the caster gets thrown in the jail, you get that debuff where if you do anything, you basically get messed up. Oh, yeah. That never went away. They broke the padlock, and I still have that debuff on me. So.
And you guys actually, now that I think about it, you guys are both casters for your group. I
know, right?
Yeah.
I almost said Balana. Miunih, you run a black mage, and Balana runs a summoner. So you guys basically do the same kind of role in your groups.
Yeah.
Yep. You got a really diverse cast today.
Yeah, very diverse. I'm a scholar, so I'm technically a summoner.
I mean, I've healed it as well, so it's way more fun to heal actually, because Black Mage you just spam fire for, and healing it's like, I don't know, it's just more fun.
Yeah.
It's less boring.
We had when we swapped everything up, we swapped people to tanks yesterday, and going from DPS to any kind of like tank or healing role is absolutely completely different, it feels like, because you could screw everyone up easily by messing one thing up, where if you're a DPS you have a little bit less of that. I think you still have to do mechanics, but your mechanics usually don't kill everyone instantly. Is that true? Am I just BSing right there?
I mean, if I don't kill the on POG at least, if I don't kill the thing, the like the ad in the jail, like on POG that was a wipe, but I mean, if I fuck up now, I just get like a newspaper to my head, and we just keep on going. So,
a newspaper to your head?
Yeah.
Explain that phrase to me, because I've never heard of that.
Is it like slapping someone with a newspaper?
Is it when your
you hit
bad,
like with
yeah.
Yeah. On the nose is kind of like, or slap on the wrist. That's kind of things that. All right, I got it. Sorry, it took me a second. Newspaper on the head. I forgot. Miunih, I forgot you're not from America. Right,
yeah,
so you have these things that I don't know about it. You say sometimes, but it's not true because how often do you interact with people outside of the internet, Miunih?
Kind of a personal question there.
That is a trick question. Like not a lot.
No,
Like, go out,
I mean, I don't. I honestly don't. I have a couple of friends, but I mean, honestly, Kerr and I spend most of our time on the internet. And the reason I'm saying this, it sounds like a stupid question, right? But the reason I'm saying this is because honestly, the crowd that you deal with would probably be mostly in like an American atmosphere, anyways.
Yeah, probably.
Because you guys are on the server. It's so funny because you pretty much play with how much latency do you play with? I'm assuming.
It's like 140s without better ping, and like between 90 or 100 with better ping. So
that's not that bad.
No, you get used to it anyway. Like,
yeah.
It doesn't really matter.
I mean, I was thinking it was kind of like how it was in Europe, where they're running 300 ping basically all the time.
I mean, I guess.
Yes, maybe. Okay.
Not really.
I get about the same connection from California, so.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay,
I don't run battle ping, and I've got like 110-ish typically.
Okay, 110. Is that normal? Am I just off with how much that really is? I thought
it's. I mean, I like having a little bit of latency as a caster, just so it's easier to slide cast. But that's just me personally.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Okay, so going into the fight, we're gonna start the fight up here in just a second. But I wanted to mention one other thing that I thought about with the bugs and everything else. Do you think fairies being able to heal through the gels is that a bug that they just never fixed? Like right now, you can, if someone's in the fire gel, the red gel or whatever, you can put a fairy next to it and it will heal the guy in there.
They have to be like through the wall, though. I think the fairy.
No, the fairy is on the other side
really?
of the wall. Yeah.
Oh.
That's the strategy I've been using right now. Is I put the
I'd
fairy.
say not intended, but clever use of game mechanics. Hopefully, that's not something they do.
Yeah, I'm hoping not, because I was thinking about bugs and everything else, and I'm like, honestly, most people, once these strategies start to come into effect, will start using these things. Like example A8 right now, right? That you guys have a pretty much sort of bug that everyone uses to clear the fight. And how many groups have cleared it without using that bug? Like 2 people? 2 groups?
Wait, are you talking about the tornado bug?
I think so. Something with water and
passing. Sacrifice.
Yeah, sacrificing.
It's not a bug. It's more like, I think they forgot to program one ability into it, which would make you wipe, because it's in the data files actually. Like if you look at that, it is in the data files. If you do it wrong, it's like you should die, but it doesn't go off for some reason. And that's
you've done A6, Frosty. Punishing wave when you mess up the water, it doesn't go off. Like the person who gets water, instead of passing it, you just have them die, and the punishing wave doesn't go off. So.
Yeah, I wonder if that's something that they eventually took out because they felt like that was too rough of a wipe, maybe?
I know, our theory was like, because you have normal mode as well, right? They copied the normal mode tornado, which doesn't have the punishing wave, into A8 Savage, and forgot to add like the trigger when you fuck it up. That's our going theory.
All right. We veered off enough. I've done all my tangents right now, guys. I'm not going to do any more tangents. We're going to go right back into it now. We're going to go into A7, and I'm going to go to our little video screen here, and hopefully I haven't messed up. Yeah, it looks good. It looks good right now. So right now we're going to discuss a few different things about this fight. I basically want to go through this and just hit every single mechanic in here. And then at the end, Miunih has promised to do a shoutcast of his video that we have listed for him. Unofficially promised.
Okay.
So we'll see. Yeah. All right. Right now we're looking at a video of actually a white mage point of view in Balana's group, right?
That's right.
And this is your first clear that you guys have done.
That's right. This is the second week. I think we got it on like the Wednesday.
Are any of those bugs in this fight? Like in this video? Okay.
Nope.
Well, there was like the bug where you could walk through.
Oh yeah, there's that.
The tank thing, and it doesn't push you back, but that's the only one I think. It doesn't hit you even.
So you were looking through this video, Miunih, and you know what's going on in this video.
Mostly, yeah.
Okay, I got.
I mean, I'm a black mage, so I don't look at mechanics. I
don't think our strats are that much different.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, I got you. All right, so I'm gonna play this, and then we're gonna start it off here. And so, this is where you buff people, right? So you buff people there. Okay.
Yep. So just pulling, and the first thing that's gonna come up is what's the name of that? The goddamn
corporal punishment.
Corporal punishment, yeah. So it's gonna pick two random people.
I'm gonna stop this. Yeah. So
see right there.
Yeah. So it's picking 2 random people, and it stays on those 2 people the entire time, right?
Right. It's going to cast it twice on each of those 2 people. So there's going to be 4 circles that come out total. It's really easy. You just run away from it. Don't get hit by it. Getting hit by it does HP damage, drains your TP, drains your mana. Nasty stuff. Puts a dot on you.
So
bad time for everybody.
Do you have a setup for your group saying, hey, everyone needs to stand kind of here to make it more easier, like so people can do more DPS?
No, but our tank does yell at everybody, be like, stop dropping it on me, stop dropping it on the melee. So we've eventually, after about like 12 weeks of this, we're finally like, it's at the point where all the range are like sitting on the very edges of that arena there, and they just run back to drop it. But we don't really have too much of like a concrete plan. It's run away from the first one, run out of the second one, you're good.
I gotcha. Yeah, because I don't think there's too much to really do about this. Is something that you can avoid if you pay attention. It's going to suck for black mages and casters. I think that's mainly one of the things that our group didn't like too much, is that if it fell like on the group, the black mage always had to run if they were not in a certain spot. And
really, really annoying if it gets on the black mage. Like you just lose DPS and there's nothing you can really do about it. There's like not a rotation you can do to compensate for it. You're just fucked. It's really annoying. But we even tried to like see if it's like on a range or if it's like a range based or like melee based, and it seems completely random. So you just have to deal with it.
Anybody but the main tank.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. What we do is we have our bard and our black mage stand on the squares behind, and we tank the boss kind of towards the edge on that side, and they just kind of DPS back there. And if they get the hammer, they get the hammer. But
yeah, we do the same.
Yeah. So I mean, it's worked so far. I don't know if our strategies are the best strategies or not, but we just kind of go with it.
Yeah, I'm a summoner, so I just move.
So also another point to this: how often does your group get hit by the hammers?
Nowadays, not too frequently.
Okay, because our group gets hit by it. There's a 50-50 chance someone's going to get hit by it. Everyone's like has a 50-50 chance on them that they're going to get hit by a hammer. I don't know what it is, but we always seem to find that one guy that gets hit by that hammer every single time. I don't know.
I mean,
it doesn't kill you. Like if you mess this mechanic up, it doesn't screw up the fight that much. It just makes healing a little bit more annoying, right?
Well, this first one's not too bad.
Nah.
The annoying thing is like it's not the dot, it's like the TP and MP you lose, which is really annoying.
Yeah.
Especially like as healers or like any caster, losing MP is like really fucking annoying.
Yeah. All right, so let's go on, Balana.
All right, so here's the next one. Sizzle Beam is the next mechanic coming out. It's a hard cast he does. He's going to put a purple marker on somebody. Mm-hmm. Big beam of death coming right at you. Anybody who gets hit by it gets a dot on them. Mm-hmm. Now, remember how dots work in this game. It's going to snapshot any debuffs on you or buffs on the boss. So this can be mitigated with things like apocastasis, virus, all this kind of stuff. In the beginning, it's not a big deal. It's not going to hurt as hard. But this is going to combine with other mechanics that'll kind of screw you up. So you also don't want to be running blood for blood during this.
Yep.
our scholar yell at people a lot for running blood for blood during it. But yeah, the neat thing about this too is that it goes with server ticks, and I say neat very angrily, because basically it can do the initial damage, then the tick damage like immediately after. And
yep,
so
yes. And if you're really unlucky, and I've seen it before, like we had 2 stacks and you get a beam and immediately it ticks, you're dead. It's really, it can be a good thing and it can be a bad thing. So.
Especially during progression, right? I mean, like you guys had like lower health pools kind of going into this.
Definitely. Yeah.
And so if that happened, was that like automatic death, or could you mitigate it properly?
Well, we do like stone skins and that low and shit like that. So
stone skin's kind of hard to get off, and you have to swift cast. I guess.
You have time.
Really?
Stone skin is really quick for white mates now. It's like 2.5 seconds instead of 3, so should be doable.
All right. Well, the first one's really easy, like Balana said, right? And so we're gonna go all the way. By the way, we're gonna go all the way up to the jails, and then once we get to the jails, it's gonna be you, Miunih. I'll let you go through this. All right.
Okay.
All right. So next swing that's coming out is gonna be a bomb's gonna drop on each person. So there's gonna be 8 total. It's gonna come down where you're standing and then chain to you. If you move, I think it's like 7 yards away, then it'll pull to you. Here it is right here. So to handle this, there's a lot of different strats out there to take care of this. We have our healers in range go to the corners. They pull their bombs out there, and our tanks and melee stay in the center. Now, you want to spread out because each time you get hit by it, it's a vulnerability down debuff, vulnerability up debuff on you. And if you take 2, you're dead, basically. So you need to spread them out. There's some other crazy strategies I've seen where people will go out and stand on the spikes so the bomb will drop on them and then they move to a safe location. Ours is still, week 1 strats we run. or we just have people run to the corners. So
yeah, I mean that actually sounds like a good idea. We do the same strat where we go to the corners, everything else. I mean, I guess it would make sense to actually stand on the spikes and then come back, but you have to have some decent timing with the abilities and everything else, and
Yeah.
Like a lot of people play reactionary instead of like proactive, so I can kind of see that. Unless if they die so much because they're not being proactive, then it gets switched over. But most of the stuff is usually reactionary. At least that's how I play it because I'm a scrub. So all right, so this pretty much takes all of your guys to separate corners of the map. Spreads everyone out. This is a forced spread, but it's kind of weird because you have to manage a little bomb on the end of it. This mechanic doesn't show up anywhere else, does it?
It happens once again. The same 8-bomb spread.
Well, I mean, not in this fight, not in this fight, but in other fights in particular.
No, to have something like chained to you like that's a unique mechanic to this fight right now.
And so this is actually kind of interesting to see. In the hammers, they're the same thing as well. The sizzle beam isn't. You've seen that in kind of other fights.
The hammer's just an AoE that spawns on you. I mean, that's in a lot of fights.
Well, yeah, I guess so. Adding the animation as a hammer, but...
Well, the MP and the TP thing was like from A4 Savage, I think.
Getting hit by the
If you don't stun the beam or the laser, you lose like TP and MP. I think they just combined it with that and put a nice AoE on it.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Oh, fine. There was a mechanic we glossed over called Sizzle Spark, which is I just noticed it now because of the debuff up there. But basically, he'll cast a room-wide AoE. It's not too big of a deal by itself, but each time you get hit by it, it adds a debuff to you that decreases your lightning resistance. So each time it hits you successfully, you'll do more damage, and that also combines with the Sizzle Beam before, so it'll increase the dot damage you take from that and the initial damage. So
yeah, that's when it gets really deadly. And it sucks a little bit later in the fight. This case, it does the beam before it does the spark, right?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, it does beam first, and then spark. Yeah.
Yeah. And so what's really neat? Okay, so the bomb one is kind of unique in a sense that you're controlling where damage is going. You have a bomb chain to you.
Yeah.
But I guess like you were saying with them adding a hammer to the animation, it's really just an AoE. It's still just an AoE.
Yeah.
So I guess that's nothing.
I mean, it looks fancy, but like in the end, it does the same thing as any other AoE, which is like it does something to you. Like don't be in it.
Yeah, it has the same solution. Don't stand in the void zone. So
I hope that they continue to add animations to AoEs and not just have circles come up on the ground.
I hope so, because this is way cooler than like the typical red, orange, whatever the fuck it is.
Whatever. It's a color. I don't know what colors are.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go into this next part here.
So yeah, we all spread out, drop our bombs, they blow up, we come back in. Now we're going to be moving into the first of the jail phases.
Okay, and so...
Yeah, he does a zoom doom here as well, which is really important, actually.
The zoom doom happens during the bombs, right?
Well, first there's the bomb.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so there's the bomb right there. So, Miunih, how do the bombs work, man?
Well, I know it does a Black Mage's point of view, right? So, there's like 2 sets of bombs you can get, which is like you can either get them on the melee. I think it's melee only.
Yeah.
And one on the healer. And like it really matters, because if it's on the healer, there's 2 healers, right? If it's on one healer, that means the other healer has to go into the green cage, which will come in later. But if it's on the melee, it means like there's another whole set of cages like it needs to be dealt with, which is well, it's my job. It's like the caster cage, and I think it is the tank cage, but I'm not sure. Because
on this first one, it's caster melee.
Yeah, it's the melee. Yeah, and the other one it's like healer tank. So depending on who gets the bomb, you already know who needs to get what cages.
Yeah.
Which is, and like, yeah, if you get the bomb, you get the magic vulnerability as well. And if you get into the cage, you cannot take a cage and a bomb at the same time because of the magic vulnerability that a bomb puts on you.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, it's a kind of neat little thought process with that mechanic too, because it just changes it up on you and keeps you kind of on your toes. But I mean, that's easy to implement. You just say, oh well, maybe this one, sometimes this one, the other times. We've seen that plenty of times.
It's 50-50s.
Yeah. So it's not too bad to deal with. And overall, people say A7's a pretty easy fight to deal with after you start to get used to it, because it kind of just repeats itself just a little bit different each time. So let's keep going. No, go ahead, Miunih. Go. Say your thing.
No, I said it's just like a bit like T8, like the randomness. It's a bit like T8. I don't know if you did T8 Savage, But in Savage, like the towers you have to go in, they change positions. Like it's not always at the same place, so you have to always like think a little bit. Like what do you have to do? It's not just like tunnel and hope for the best.
Right.
And I think it's good RNG, and I hope they do more of that. It's pretty cool.
Are you ready for A7 Brutal?
I mean, if they do it, sure.
Sure, man. They got to do it, man. All right. What's he saying? He's saying is toying with the Uplanders. You know, I never read any of this stuff. So this, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Go off of my tangent that I said I wouldn't go off on. So you see these little text boxes? They show up on a lot of bosses they've made recently. Where's our voice acting?
It's a Nidhogg.
Yeah,
it's in the first Gilgamesh fight.
Yep.
It's in the fight with the blue guy, the main enemy at the very beginning of 3.0.
It's even in the last dungeon, like I can't say his name, like the big dragon you fight. Yeah, he's voice acted as well.
Yeah.
But like all the cool big fights, it's like no voice acting. It's kind of a shame.
No, they should. I mean, and that would add
really
so
should.
much to these fights. It would drag you in there.
I think so too.
That's how WoW did it. You know, they always had their bosses with their memorable catchphrases. They'd yell at you over and over, and you get tired of it because you hear it like 1,000 times straight.
Yeah, but I would still be happy. I'd rather that than, I mean, it just showing up a text box. I don't know how much it costs to get someone to say one sentence here per ability, but I'm just hoping.
I remember you in the mountains.
Oh god,
that was the start of a fight in Ulduar.
Yeah,
I heard it so many times because it's right at the beginning of the fight. So you'd start it, you'd wipe, and then you get that catchphrase, and you start over again. You wipe, you get the catchphrase again, and over for hours and hours. So I'm okay with there not being voice acting.
Get out of here.
It'd be a nice touch, but it can get grating when you.
What if you had a flag turn it off?
If I could turn that off without turning off like in-game sounds like completely,
just
sure.
Flag it. Just say, hey, voice acting on off. That's all you gotta do.
I'd be fine with that.
Okay. Easy fix. All right. Let's keep going here. Let's go, Miunih. Let's do it.
So that was Zoom Doom right there.
We always said like respect to Zoom Doom because if you get hit by it,
Zoom Doom is when he comes down, right? It's not.
No, Zoom Doom is when he goes up. Like he does a little AoE around him.
Okay.
And what it does put a debuff called Separation on you, which I think increases the damage taken and lowers your HP. So if you go into a bomb thing, like if I get Separation and I go into like the red cage, I get hit way harder by the ad that I have to kill, and like just don't get hit by it. That's basically it.
Okay, so
but it's like no one ever notices like the Zoom Doom, he goes up, like you don't register it like, oh, there's an AoE around him, so we always said respect the Zoom Doom, get the fuck out. And
see, that's funny being a caster. Like I know people say Zoom Doom, and I'm gonna say this because you know I'm super scrub ignorant. I was like, why are you calling Zoom Doom right now? Whatever, he hasn't landed yet. None of this stuff matters. And I guess because I'm a healer, so I'm not near the boss anyway, so I never felt the effect of standing next to the boss.
If you're melee, you want to get your uptime, and you're gonna get Zoom Doomed every time.
Yeah, trying to get them numbers, man, for that FF log.
Yeah.
So immediately after he takes off, the jail mechanics will come out, and it's a tether and a prey marker.
You're totally stepping on Miunih's toes. He's like,
I mean, I'm fine with it. He can go.
He's doing his jail fit. All right.
I mean, we'd already spun past it on the video, so I mean, I'm trying to just cover up ground here.
Okay. I gotcha. All right, so you're in there. All right, everyone saw it. He went into the red cage there, and he turned away from the camera. I'm afraid to go back on these videos because I remember it happened that one time. We all got unsynced, but we're gonna do it anyways. Okay. There we go.
Well, yeah, that's a.
There we go.
Yeah. All right. So the prey marker is a big red circle over their head. You pass that by just like intersecting your hitbox with somebody else. But once you pass it, you can't get it back. So make sure if you're the one who's supposed to have it, don't pass it, or else you won't be able to get it. For the red cage, this first one's the prey is gonna be for the red cage, which you want the caster to go to. Mm-hmm. And then there's also at the same time from the other cage, there's gonna be a tether. And the tether passes just like all the other tethers that you can pass, like in A3 for the drainage tethers. And so you just intersect it, it'll go onto you. You know, depending on latency, you may have to move back and forth a little bit. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so the other one on this one, the one with the tether, is the purple cage. And Miu, why don't you tell us about what's going on in these cages here?
Come on, man.
Honestly, I have no idea what the purple cage does because I've never been in it. I think it actually puts a silence on you, so you have to put like a melee or a tank in it, and it's literally just kill the ad killed, you get back on boss.
In a time.
If you don't kill it in time, you die. So there's like a timer. I think it puts the A3 debuff on you. Throttle, yeah, that's it.
Yep.
And it ticks down. If you don't kill the ad in time, it's rip.
Yeah.
The caster cage is a little bit more complicated. Like you get put in there, you can't do anything. Anything you do, any animation you do, hurts you. So basically, the healers just put like Adno, Stone Skins, Region on you, so you can have a little bit of wiggle room. You can like pre-cast, like your Swift cast, your mana wall. To remove that, there's like a padlock on the cage. You have to kill it. Once the padlock is dead, you can move shit, you can shoot shit, and you have to kill the ads basically, and that's. Get out. Get back on boss.
Easy. So with the caster one, what's funny, I guess, is that we overkill it when their caster goes in there. We put Sacred Soil down, whatever the White Mage ground one is, I forget what it's called.
Asylum, yeah,
Asylum. And then we put Fairy regen from EOS, White Mage regen, Stone Skin, Adlo, and I put my Fairy next to the cage to heal him.
Can they just like free cast while they're in there with all that?
Pretty much. I think you could probably free cast.
Because I do something kind of dumb where I cast 2 spells right when I get in, and I work with the healers on this. So I get Adlo, Regen, and Asylum thrown down in there, and that allows me to. I pop Dreadroom Trance right before I go, and this is kind of dumb. It's like still week 1 strats where it was difficult to get out of there. Before I go in, pop Dreadworm, get picked up, thrown down there, and like right before it falls off, I can try Disaster and then Death Flare onto the little minion in there.
Yeah.
And along with Garuda still pegging it, that's usually enough to kill it, or about the same time that the lock breaks.
Right. And oh yeah, Medikit 2, forgot. Sorry. Yeah, Medikit 2 on them. So at this point, the thing is that I found really funny is that when I put Adlo on there, sometimes the regens fall off before the Adlo breaks. And so I get to see all that extra healing just completely gone.
Rip. All the overheal gone.
Yeah. But it's pretty funny. I think the Fairy actually being next to the cage does ridiculous amounts of healing in comparison to all that stuff. And so a regen and that could probably pretty much take care of it. But just in case he moves accidentally or something in there, he's good.
I mean, it's never accidental. Like, you just want to get the cast off. You want to get that Swift cast. You want to get the fire off. And you're like playing with your health. You're like 50%. Can I get another cast off? Will I die? I died many times in that cage just because I was greedy.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's kind of what you do in world progression, though, is you find out where you can get greedy at.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
You're doing good, Miunih. If you're in my group, I would call you a piece of crap. But I mean, you're doing good in like progression, world progression. So
I mean, I play pretty safe in Pork, so. If it's now, I'm just gonna pop everything, just kill it, and hope the healers are like.
Tell them to put
me.
the Fairy next to it, man.
I mean, I never had a fairy on me, so I need to have a talk with my scholar.
I've done the green cage thanks to a fairy before. That's pretty cool.
Well, green cage, I don't think it works with the Fairy, does it? They get a debuff on them where they can't get healed a certain amount. So it's just like 200, 200 heal, 200 heal. I mean, it's not like a lot.
Well, you need every little bit. Yeah. I was sitting there. I'm summoner, so I'm sitting there spamming physic on myself. While this is going on, this healed me for like 50, and I was able to make it through the green cage once with the fairy and spamming physic. So
yeah, we've had a tank, we've had a melee, and we've had a caster survive the green cage. I don't know how every single time, but we did it. I guess like we're so angry that we missed the tether or something happened, like as healers, we're like, there's no way I'm gonna make this our wipe. It's not gonna be because of me. All right, so let's continue on here. Let's go. All right, Miunih, you got this. What's going on?
I don't remember.
You don't remember what's going on?
It's cages.
Well, yeah, the
he
cages
doesn't
die,
know.
like the padlock dies. You get back in the boss. I think there's like the tank buster here. I'm not sure. There we go. Up under Doom. It's like T9. It just hits you a few times. Every time you get like more stack of physical vulnerability. So each stack basically hits harder and harder. It's really easy to deal with. Like just pure.
Crits a lot, like all the time.
Yeah, I think it crits a lot.
So with Uplander Doom, do you guys just tell them to blow cooldowns, or do you have them use Hollowed Ground?
We use Hollowed Ground for the one going into the third phase.
Okay, so that's only using it once per fight, then, right?
I don't think we have another one like scheduled, like intended to be used. But I mean, You gotta use it. You gotta use it sometimes.
I gotcha. Yeah.
No, we just.
Because I mean, you have that 7-minute whatever cooldown on it, right? And so if you time it right early enough in the fight, you can use it again as a second point in a fight. I think that's what we've been doing. And that's the only reason we use it here is because we know we can use it at another critical point later on. But I guess you don't need it. You can survive. The other thing that I noticed is that if you ad load spam hard enough, it'll get rid of all the stacks.
Well, you use Hello Grunt for like moving him from one place to another through the spikes. That's basically what I think we used Hello for. Because it just makes it all easier. Like, you don't have to heal it, everyone can move. GG.
Yeah, we use it right before merry-go-round. We use it during the Uplander during that.
I gotcha. The airplane agrees with you.
Oh, yeah.
It's going crazy. That's all right. All right, so let's keep going. Balana, get back on it. Oh, what's happening here? What's this?
It's a beam.
Beam?
Typical beam.
So, another beam. There's no...
Oh, nice. Was that a double hit? Was that a double hit? That was a clip? Oh,
yeah,
nice.
That hit our main tank, apparently, as well. So you got to be aware of that because it'll hit more than one person, and I'll put the debuff on everybody it hits.
And that's really hard to recover as a healer. And it's not so bad here, but when you spread for the bombs, just you're losing somebody.
Well, there's no bomb coming out here.
Yeah, so here's okay.
And there's no debuff, so it's not the super beam. So, it's on the main tank. He's got plenty of health. He's not actually tanking right now.
Okay. You let him off, man.
Suboptimal, but...
I mean, that's tank privilege, right? Like, tanks can just get hit by things and just get away with it.
I gotcha. Fair enough. Alright, and so now we go through... This is kind of like a free DPS spot until the next bomb comes out, which goes on the healer. Basically. You can see it through the names, I guess, over there in the corner. Let's see if we get a better shot of it. No, it gets dragged off. There it goes. Alright.
Yeah.
And so
you can see Face Medica gets the bomb, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he cannot get the green gel, which he has to go into. So the white mage has to take the green gel. A funny story actually about this is like when we were just plugging, right? Mm-hmm. We thought like the green gel gives everyone a poison, and the poison does end damage. And there's another thing which you can't do direct heals with it. So if you put like a regen on you or like Medica 2, all that kind of things, that works if you put it up before the poison stacks. Mm-hmm. So in proc, we didn't know you can stop that. So what we did in proc is like, there's another detail is like on the poison, the spells won't work, but all abilities, which is like Asylum, Assize, I think pets probably.
No, pets, their heals don't work so well. Less straight works though.
Less straight. All things that doesn't have a cast bar basically, they work. So what we did is like we pre-medicate, we put Asylum down, we saved all the cooldowns like Assize and Indom and everything. We went in there with the stack. Almost everyone always died, and we got out of it and just walked. But in the green cage, there's like a little plug that you can stand on to stop the poison, and we had no idea. We went like a full lockout before we actually noticed.
So when your healer went in there and they were like, "Hey, there's 4 spots here, and one of them has like smoke coming out of it."
I'm like, dude, are you sure? Because this doesn't make any sense at all. It's like, I don't know. I'm just standing here. Nothing happens. Like, okay, we'll deal with it. And I think, like, actually, we made a mistake. Like, Fault, our ninja got into it. And he's like, yo, you can stand on this hole. And we were like, great. We really have stupid healers. It's unreal.
That's actually how we found out about line of sighting the bomb toss.
Yeah.
Is one of our melee got thrown in there. He's trying to get position. He's like, this guy's not hitting me at all. I'm just hitting him from behind.
Oh my god. That's awesome to hear about. It makes me feel a lot better. All right, and you can see it actually happening here. He's going to get the tether.
Yeah.
And so the other thing to note about this is that whoever gets the bomb doesn't go into cage.
Yeah, because if you get the bomb, you get magic vulnerability. And if you get into cage, you can see it actually. Because Rexing gets to the base. He gets pulled in by a goblin on like some kind of mech thing. There you go. And if it blows up and you have the magic thing, you die. So that's why. And
see this gas that he couldn't see. Look at the rest of the arena. Didn't you see this? Like, it's kind of obvious to me that it's like I don't know. I guess I didn't notice it completely when I was doing normal. on the first time?
Well, we did normal ones, right? And we went into A5, A6. We killed them. Went to Sephiroth. Went into here. I never went into normal ever again. So we had no idea what the mechanics actually were before we went into here.
So I'm going to ask you a quick note on that then. Knowing between, the first 4 fights, you had previews of those fights with normal the entire time. This time you didn't get that opportunity. Which did you prefer?
I know, I like this better because you kind of going in blind, because it's more fun to make strategies that are on the fly, and
it's fun to make strategies on the fly. Yeah,
it really is. Like if you see you make a strategy and it works, and it's a good feeling when you think wow, this is works. We solved this. We're going to the next one, and with the previous ones, except for A4, because that was completely different. Mm-hmm. Most of the fights were kind of the same, so you already had a strategy beforehand, and you didn't really want to change it until you saw something really new. A3 was the real test where new mechanics actually came out, and you had to make strategies for it. But A5, A1 and A2 was
pretty much the same.
It's pretty much the same. So you do the same, and I prefer this. It's more fun, I think.
Yeah. All right. Well, cool. Just quick note. I was thinking about that. Balana, were you the same on that? Sorry. I didn't get your opinion on it.
I just the first few weeks we had with normal, if anything, it made you kind of develop bad strategies because you get locked into that habit of how you face roll it on normal before you go in on savage.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense to me, man. All right, so
he's standing on the plug.
Yep, plugging it up. Very exciting part of the video here, guys.
It's literally it.
See, here's the other thing that he's not doing, though, that I've realized is he's not stone skinning himself. And so you can actually stone skin yourself at this point, and that's a full heal, basically.
Waste of MP.
Yeah.
I guess it's a waste of MP. I don't know. Does he end up with 0 MP at the end of this fight?
Well, stone skin is the price of and it only does 10%, so...
Yeah, but right here it's ticking him for about 4,000 damage.
Yeah, but if it doesn't kill him...
Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's how I survive it. I don't know. I spam stone skin on myself just in case regens don't hit or something else. And then this happens right after. But then again, I could lustrate myself too, so I guess it's not that big of a deal.
It happened many times because just the caster cage can be here as well. That I just walked in, I didn't see the sizzle spark, and I died because I was on the spikes.
Yeah, so that's the big thing about this. A lot of people learn this within the first few tries. They walk on the spikes and boom.
We didn't mention the spikes at all.
We've
remembered.
This is arena environment. Yeah, so I guess we should have this at the beginning. Yeah, go ahead.
So the spikes basically they're in the areas that are not the center circle and those corners. Basically, what the spikes do, they put a tiny little bleed dot on you. Doesn't hurt too much. What's the big deal is it puts a vulnerability up on you, and if you get hit by anything in there, you're basically screwed.
Yeah,
very straightforward.
But there's some things that you can get hit by, ticks don't count against it,
the
right?
hammer.
And so
you can actually, if you get hit by the beam, you're dead anyway. But if you get hit by the hammers, the dot doesn't get snapshotted for some reason. So
really?
You're still fine. Yeah, I don't know why. I think it might be a bug. I don't know. Might be intended. Yeah. But you can't get hit by the hammers, and I wouldn't recommend it. But if you get hit by the hammers, it's you're fine.
Yeah. So just some little things that kind of work, but the overall thought process, if this damage is going out and it's going to hit you, don't be on the spikes.
Yeah,
right.
Basically.
Yeah. All right. So this is yeah.
So we just pushed into the pussy and ball phase. Yeah. During this, the spikes go down that we just explained. So good thing we got that out of the way.
Which means explain the pussy and ball phase and why it's named that real quick. I know.
So
go ahead.
So you get a cat that drops down. There's your pussy, little pussy cat.
Yeah.
And then you also get these big Indiana Jones boulders that start rolling around. Those are the balls.
They really are Indiana Jones.
And then it also sounds super lewd.
Of course.
Yeah, okay.
It's an added benefit of the pussy and ball phase.
Excellent. All right, so let's go into it.
So first thing you'll see is you gotta start blasting the Indiana Jones theme.
Yeah, blasting Indiana Jones.
To get through this. As these giant balls start rolling around, if you get hit by them, it's not the end of the world. They're gonna do some damage to you and knock you back. Ideally, you don't want to get hit by them because it's going to start stacking with other mechanics. The other big thing that goes on during this phase is the Uplander Doom, so you still have the Tank Buster going on. That happens at the beginning of this one.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Yeah,
So that's the
that's
big
why
thing that you
Balana
gotta
took
notice and pay attention to is that Uplander dude is gonna come out and just blast somebody apart, and then there's a tank swap right after.
Right.
Usually a tank swap.
Just so you get him off the person with the debuff on them.
Yeah.
I think we do the swap partway through because you can see Sasari, our warrior, has like a couple stacks, and our
He
Paladin has
he covers. Like the thing is, you can actually cover it
Oh.
and take the tanks as well. So
that's right. That is what we do. They recover after the first 2 hits.
Mm.
I didn't know that until last week. So
Paladin
Oh,
privilege going on.
Oh, we just almost passed something. Let's go back for a second. So we're starting this off. There we go.
Yeah.
And then you have the spark goes out, and right after the spark, so basically Uplander Doom, then it's the sizzle spark that hits everybody, and then you run into the new mechanic, the healer fire.
Right. So it's going to put a red marker onto a healer. Well, during this one actually does the heart first.
Oh, does it do the heart first? Oh,
Yep.
yeah. Well, it starts that. Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, so you can see it right in the corner right there, right where he paused, at least on my screen. I don't know if it's on yours, but just in the lower right
fire,
corner.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's the red marker. That'll go out on a healer. It's going to shoot a column of fire at them. If it hits anybody on there, they'll get the debuff really similar to Ifrit EX, where you start exploding large amounts of damage around you, and that's bad story. So what we do in our group is we have it pointed towards the center. We have the healer take it and then just kind of get out of the way.
Okay.
Because getting hit by that also gives salvation stacks to anybody hit by it, so it's bad time.
Right.
And ideally, you only want the one healer getting hit by that too, so you don't have to worry about multiple people exploding all at the same time, and it becomes a mess real quick.
Oh yeah.
Around the same time, I thought it was before that during this phase, the cat will say meow.
Beam first?
No. So let's go back. So he's saying meow
I don't
now.
remember anymore.
Yeah.
Don't remember.
Yeah.
It just happens.
Yeah, just deal with it.
All right. So right now,
Yeah,
you kind of watch for the cat, and so there he is. There he meowed.
Yeah.
And so we're running. They're running him away. And the heart, you can't really even see it over here. I don't know if you get a good angle.
He doesn't.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
So you can barely see it through all the nice particle effects going on, but the cat will say meow, and then the cat is untargetable, by the way. So you have to keep an eye out for that little puss walking around. And it's going to say meow, and a little heart will come out and start floating towards the boss. About 12 seconds after it spawns, it'll sprint and zip its way there. If it gets to the boss, it'll heal him for about 4% of his health and give him 4 stacks. And that's basically GG right there.
Yep.
Because each one of those stacks is going to make him do more and more damage.
I think
He also
it's
gets a
like
stack
10%.
when anybody dies. So
Yeah. Let's talk about the logic of this. There's a cat in the arena who
Yes.
spits out hearts,
Who meows
and if it
at
gets to the cat's, I guess, owner, he does a lot more damage.
yes.
So does this guy? So is the general idea of this boss is that if he realizes his cat loves him, he gets more inspired to do more damage?
Yeah, metaphorically, yes, that is what is going on here.
Okay.
It's also about how we're shutting down friendship and love as warriors of light,
Okay. Yeah.
between a man and his cat.
Because
pretty dark.
love will try to kill us. We don't want that.
Yep. Of course not. So,
It's pretty
but
dark.
luckily, you can heavy this heart. You can
You can make it a heavy heart.
The heart.
Indeed, you can slow it down. So the idea is that you heavy it up until it's going to sprint, which is about 4 GCDs in, and then you start chain stunning it. So
Yeah, and
Just
it's
gotta
important
turn
that
it
you
down
do
a
the
little bit.
stun after the fact, and like when it starts to do the sprint, right, and not beforehand. Yeah, because if you could slow it at first.
Stun it now, like it's gonna sprint at a certain time, right? So if you stun it beforehand, it's still gonna sprint. But if you wait, you have like less turbo time in total.
Mhm.
So stunning it just before it's gonna get sprinting, it's the most efficient way.
Right, because you get the most out of it.
Yeah, you can get the most into it.
Okay,
I mean, it should be there before it's printed, but like, there's lots of balls and shit. So,
lots of balls everywhere.
which are the most annoying mechanic in game. I can tell you
Yeah.
that.
They
No,
are pretty
I
fun.
will agree that these balls have wiped us more than enough times.
I actually, when the patch just came out, there was like this trainer, right? And I saw those balls in the trainer, and the first thing I thought was like, those things are gonna wipe us so many fucking times.
Yeah.
And they did. Every time.
Yep. It's insane. But this is my theory on it. at the moment, this is my theory on it. If you need to avoid them completely, stand in one of the corners. You'll never get hit.
Yeah, we did that.
Yeah.
We actually did that.
And the reason why is, have you ever like watched like one of those DVD screensavers and you're watching it bounce around the screen, right? And then you're like, is it gonna make it in that corner? Is it gonna hit it perfectly in that corner? You just sit there and watch it. It never happens, right? It might happen once in like a million tries, but it never happens. And so that's the same concept with these balls.
Some very sound logic right there, Frosty.
All right. Just saying. That's what I do. When I'm a healer, I'm in that corner when I have that fire. I'm away from everyone, and I'm never going to get hit by a ball, and I just kind of AFK. All right. So let's get back to it. And sparks are going out, of course, while all this stuff is happening.
Right. So there's more raid damage going out there. We killed the heart. Now the fire's coming out, so the healer's in the center. He turns around, shoots the fire at him. He gets out of dodge. This cat starts coming in, said meow once, gonna meow again, and out comes the heart. Kill the heart.
And you see, it's like heart, but it's like it has like one of those speakerphone kind of things pop out. Doot doot. So it's like doot dooting the hearts out. Trumpeting it out. And so that's great.
This was hilarious. I don't know if you saw like the video with the comms on it, but like during this phase we just said balls, meow, meow, meow all the fucking time. Like, it's great.
Yeah, I mean it's just as good as like saying height every single time.
Every time.
So there is also a sizzle beam that goes out during this heart. We just have that person run towards the outside wall, so it's most likely not going to hit anybody. Mm-hmm. Just kind of designate a spot for people to go, and that's
that beam is always on the tank, though, right? Always on the off tank.
It's threat based. I'm not exactly sure what it goes off of. I think it's threat on the boss. I think whoever's number 2 gets it.
Yeah, because Sardigan gets it here, right? So
yeah, and our main Cupcake can predict who's going to get it on, so I think it's second on threat. Okay. The reason why the off tank isn't always going to be second on threat, though, is because threat gets wiped if you go into a jail. So
okay, I got you. That makes sense then. Like, so does it really get wiped if you go into a jail? I actually never knew that.
Yep.
Huh. I wonder why they put that in there.
I never knew. What the fuck?
Well,
you learn something every day.
Yeah. Every day. We're only, 3 months past this? You guys have been clearing for about 3 months, and we're just now learning all these little bits and pieces.
Still don't know it.
Yeah, so that's why there's some variance on who's going to go on in there, and also I guess the reason why they do that is so you don't have the two tanks just go into the jails and then wait for him to come out. So you could do something screwy with it or break the fight. I don't know.
I don't know. Either way, here we go. But I mean, the thing is also with this is that likely there's a tank swap after the jails anyways, and so it should be on.
Right, but we do like cover for that, so there's no actual swap there.
Oh, I got it. So that kind of what does it for you. All right. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's get back to it. This is pretty much the pause. This is pretty much after 2 hearts, it starts to go towards the next phase, right?
Right. So it goes heart, fire, heart, some more sparks, and then back to the center,
and then immediately a bomb.
Yep.
Immediately into the next set of cages. Now, once again, you're going to be able to determine which cages are coming up next by the bomb that goes out. The 2 sets here are red and green, so then purple and blue, or white. I don't know why they call it white. It looks blue to me. It's either going to go onto one of the ranged, so it goes on the caster or the bard, if you run traditional setup. That means it's going to be the set without the red, because I said I was going to quit the game if I ever got a bomb on me and then a red cage came up, because that would have been the stupidest design ever. Would have been an instant wipe.
Right.
So if the caster or the ranged gets it, that means it's going to be the purple and blue one. And then if the healer will get hit again. I think. Yeah. The healer would be the one for the other set.
Yeah.
So that means we're going into the purple and blue phase right here.
And it's the other thing to kind of note, I guess, is that it's swapping up how these cages pull you in too. Right.
Yes.
And so, like, if you were a healer before and you had to get a tether, you're going to get in the middle of the arena now for your turn.
To get.
So, and a lot of times, I'm going to be honest, I forget. All right, on this phase, what's going on? I'll look around and see what cages are out, and I'll see where a tether is coming from, which cage. And then if it's a green one out there and I don't have a tether coming out of that cage, I go to the middle. And so
I mean, that's one way to do it.
Yeah, and so sometimes I just kind of look around if I feel like I'm a little bit lost. Because that happens sometimes, man.
I just know as a caster, like it's pray, ta-da, ta-da. So that's my assignment, and that's what I know.
Yeah. All right. So the other thing about this, did we go into about the tank jail at all?
The tank jail? No, I don't think we gave a full rundown on that before. Which one? 3.25. So the one, I think that's the one where they broke it. You used to be able to just line of sight the attack and be like, whatever, I'm running back and forth in and out of him. Now he does a knockback and damage on each one of those casts. So you just need to stand as close to him as you can. He'll knock you back on the other side. You run back up to him. He knocks you back. You run back up to him.
Right. And you can also fairy heal through this too.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know.
But the way why it does a knockback, because the sides of the cages have, I think, a dot that if you dodge them, you get like a dot on you. So that's
it like freezes you too. So it's like a stun and a dot. Yeah.
So he basically does small knockbacks, and then if you're too close to a wall, he knocks you into a freeze or a stun.
Yep.
Okay. All right. And so basically, you want to keep the boss or the ad that's in that cage kind of close to the wall, and you on the opposite side of that.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, just kill it. And this is not a time-based thing. I mean, sort of a time-based thing, I guess, but you got to kill it before you die, basically.
It's health-based, yeah.
Yeah. Kind of like the one for the caster, although the caster is a little bit more advanced than that. But...
Well, oh no, if you don't kill the caster one, he's going to try to eat you, which does a lot of damage.
And heals it.
So...
Well, I mean, you can still kill it after that, though. If he heals himself, you can still kill it.
But
you're most likely dead by that point.
No, because I got 3 regen-ins, Adlos, and stones. They're good. All right, and so we're going back into this then. All right, and so we didn't talk too much about the ads in between the phases, right?
No, we didn't. We can touch on that here because we've already gone over all the cages basically at this point.
Yeah.
So in between, there's either going to be small ads or big ads. Small ones, I think you just need to kill before they blow up.
Yep.
And the large ones will also have a time limit before they blow up, but they also cast a like raid-wide paralyze that can be stunned to interrupt. Not silenced, stunned.
Okay. And it sucks when that doesn't happen.
Right.
We've had it happen in our raid multiple times, and same thing with the mind control stuff on A6, man. They're like, oops. I always hear that oops right before it happens. And it's just like, God damn it. We gotta completely restart now. So there's another part here. Sorry, go ahead, Miunih.
No, I just want to say that those ads just hit pretty fucking hard, actually. Like, you always get hate on the caster, and you always think, like, I hope a healer is on me, or I'm gonna die, because they hit really hard. They can hit crits for like 10k.
Oh, I always have my left straight ready, man. I see that happen. I'm like, time to stop DPSing. Left straight.
It interrupts you, which is even more annoying.
So the other thing that I wanted to kind of show you is there's an explosion that just happened at that cage. And so whoever gets the bomb gets a small debuff, right? Mm-hmm. All right. And so what happens sometimes is the person who is attacking the ad stands too close to a cage that has a bomb or that's going to explode, and they wipe or they die. I'm sorry. So it's important if you get a bomb not to stand near the edge of the arena and where those squares are. Just think about that. I mean, that way you won't die to that explosion, because I can't tell you how many times that's happened as well to our group.
Yeah, the bombs. The explosion is going to come out of the cage that has the tether coming out of it. So if you have that bomb debuff, the magic vulnerability, make sure you're not close to that, or else it will take you out.
Mm-hmm. And then you get a stack, and you're on your way to wiping because you already have a stack on the freaking boss. Well, you guys did that quick.
Pushing out of our cages there. Another sizzle beam. I'm sorry.
Yeah, 2 sizzle sparks now.
And then into 2 sizzle sparks, yeah. And then into the second set of cages. I was just going to start with another setup of another single bomb, and then we're going to move into the kind of intermission between the second set of jails and the next pussy and ball phase.
Mm-hmm. Which is a ball harder.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Ball harder. Oh, there you go. Nice tracks.
Yep, moving into the next cages, drag the bomb away. We just have B kind of designated as a spot to drag it, but you can also drag it to the corners.
Yeah.
This one's going to be me going in there into the red, and Phase Medica going into the green one on the other side of the arena. Mm-hmm. Here's that doll we're talking about. You have to stun it to interrupt its cast, which we managed to pull off successfully. We get it.
It happens so fast, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it just
I
kind
don't
of
even
comes
realize
out.
how fast it happens. And I want to talk a little bit more about that purple cage for just a second here, where the melee goes into it. And so one of the biggest things that a lot of groups had issues with is that if you have a monk in your group and they get into the purple cage, you pretty much can't. There's a chance that they will die.
Yeah, we just never had our monk go in.
Yeah. So I mean, there's this scenario at the very beginning, right, where you have one of the melee has to go in and one of the melee is going to get a bomb. So it could be the monk has to go in.
Nope. We threw Sardigan in there.
Really?
Threw our bard in there, our machinist. Yeah, I think he's bard at this point. Yeah.
Even with that, well, I guess the debuff doesn't matter that much on him, or.
Yeah, no, they just bard and machinist. They have to save a little more.
I think, so.
Yeah, the debuff is silence and throttle, so bards aren't affected.
Well, I mean, from the bomb beforehand, you get a vulnerability debuff.
Right, but that's not going to be on the. It's not going to be on your range DPS.
Oh, you have the range DPS go in there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If our Dragoon or Ninja gets it, then yeah, we throw the bard or machinist in there just because monks have a hard time based on positionals. They basically need to get one last attack off on one of those little ads before they go in to keep their stacks to be able to actually kill the thing on time.
So I should tell my bard he actually has to do something with the cages. So far we haven't had him do anything. We just say he stays out and DPSs. So,
yeah, we had him on backup for Ninja or Dragoon for going in there.
All right, well then. I'm going to be talking to Argent. We're going to have a discussion here in a little bit. So, okay, and then we go into this next part, and after these cages is where you get the big sizzle beam, right?
Yeah. Right. So first he did there was a Zoom Doom right on landing, and then it's going to go into Spark Beam, I believe. And this is going to be coupled with another set of 8 bombs coming out. So you're up to two stacks so that you can see that on the top right there of the lightning vulnerability. So he's going to do a sizzle beam on top of on these stacks. Yeah, so it's right as it's falling off here.
Yeah.
So who gets it? It looks like it's Sardigan. Has it?
Yeah, it's Sardigan.
Yeah.
Yes,
So.
Yeah.
So you're going to get snapshot at a huge dot here, and then immediately afterwards, those bombs are going to come out again onto everybody. So he's going to take a huge chunk of damage from the bomb and almost immediately take a tick. So we save like either Lustrates or it's Tetra.
APOC.
If you have APOC, you can use that here as well. We use Virus on this, which works as well. But you could stack the two together for even more
I stack as much as I can on debuffs here. You know how we are. We stack. We go crazy, right? And so, I didn't realize how critical of a point this was for a while because I didn't realize what was happening here. I was always just like, it's a beam. It works the same way as the beam did before. But I wasn't thinking, hey, there's 2 debuff stacks on them. And so that fact alone pretty much makes it. I mean, I could heal through it. It'd be no issue. But the point is, if it's on someone that is completely across from where I am on the arena, where I got to put my bomb, that's what kills them. It's because I can't be there to heal him.
Yeah, that's why if you have like on a black mage, you use mana ward and you hope for a stone skin or something, so you can mitigate the first stack entirely. So you only have 1 stack, and if you get the beam, it's actually really easy to heal you.
Oh, so you use Mana Ward during the sparks.
The Sizzle Spark, yeah. So I only get 1 debuff.
Okay.
So if I get the beam, because I'm far away as well, so it's really hard for the healers to actually reach me, it doesn't hurt as much, and I can live.
Yeah, you'll see here, Sardigan's actually on, riding his motorcycle very quickly to the absolutely other end of the arena as Drexen here. So it's going to have to be our Scholar is picking up the, I think he saves a Lustrate here just for coming back in. We also have save Second Wind, things like that. See that bomb goes off, he's got like 4k health. He gets ticked for about like 5k.
Yeah.
But luckily we had all our ducks in a row there and he manages to live through that.
Yeah. All right, well, cool. Yeah, and that's the thing that really, well, and also, which one is Sardigan? Sardigan is your bard. Okay, so it's usually bad if it's on a caster, right? And so if it's like almost impossible for them to stay alive unless if you have mitigated it properly.
Specifically a summoner, because black mages actually have mitigation while summoners have nothing.
Yeah, you have movement.
Yeah.
Well, that's your trade-off, man. All All right, and then it comes in here and spam Sizzle Spark again twice, right? Or is it just
Right.
Yeah,
okay,
twice and then Uplander Doom again.
2 sparks, Uplander Doom, and then we're gonna get another one of those fire beams where the healer needs to stay away from everybody, and that'll go into the merry-go-round phase. So we already have our ranged. I'm already off in the corner there. We do it we have our A marker set up there. We start in that corner and we go counterclockwise. Basically, it's going to be a series of those. The first move that happened, which name I can't remember, the hammer time. The click over
Corporal
here.
Punishment.
Corporal Punishment. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. So
I mean, it's kind of a weird name, right?
Yeah, I guess it's a gavel. Makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Hammer down.
Good enough.
So yeah, spark, fire, and then we move. As soon as the fire starts casting, it's when we move it over there. This is also the Uplander Doom that we do our user hollowed ground on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just to kind of smooth everything over here because there's a lot that starts to happen.
It's a lot of things at the same time. There's a lot of damage at the same time.
Yeah, this is definitely a rough part of the fight. I mean, this fire's going out, and there's a couple of different ways, I guess, to deal with this. We actually, in our group, have them move the boss over to the corner before this happens. I believe so. And then I think the spikes go down, and then you can't be in the middle after this happens, right? After this healer fire?
Right. Yep. After once the merry-go-round kind of starts, it closes off the center. It becomes electrified. So you can't just keep in the center or anything like that. You have to have everybody come out here to this corner.
Yeah. You guys do it almost right when the circle turns into like you can't stand on it. You guys are moving right at that time. You aren't doing a pre-movement where you're kind of getting to that spot beforehand, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, as arranged, I just go out there after the second Sizzle Spark.
Okay, I gotcha.
And we have our healer off in the believe the southwest corner because we're in the northwest.
All right. Yeah, it's just across from it one way.
This is the merry-go-round right here. We just go through this whole thing.
Sure.
It's basically we go counterclockwise. We drop the circles in the corners. It's that easy. You go to the corner. As soon as it drops in the corner, you move. Some people will get a little bit too fast. You might get a little ahead of people. Ideally, that's not happening.
And the tank stands opposite, right?
Right. And the tank's going to be the main tank will never get targeted for this. So they just basically stand opposite. And if we're doing everything right, they won't even really need to worry about the circles. Okay. So he's going to do that. He does another Sizzle Spark and then back into another round of merry-go-rounds. It does 1, 2, 3, 4
Yeah,
times.
I totally paused it on when you're counting down. Sorry.
That's okay.
But at this point, I wanted to talk about one thing that was going on. Is the healer in your group still on the other side of the arena when this is happening?
During the second one, he's starting to come back in. So after the Sizzle Spark, that's his cue to start running. And ideally, even if they have, the thing on there, they're going to be meeting up on this corner. So even if it was like the third drop going to come out, he drops it stacked with everybody else.
Right.
So the biggest thing you just need to look out for is making sure you're not putting that in the wrong spot and hitting everybody in the raid.
Yeah, and you can see he's doing it in between Sizzle Sparks. So this is a good time to use Sprint.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. I don't think you can make it otherwise.
I've made it without Sprint.
Oh, okay.
Right. I've messed up a lot, man. I make things work somehow sometimes. So what I do is I run. Basically, I see the Sizzle Spark happening, and as soon as this first Sizzle Spark is out and done, and I know that damage is going out, I'm running across to the other side. And my fire should be running out around that same time. If it blows up, it usually blows up on the way when I'm going there. And that's another thing. When it blows up, I don't think it kills you. So when you have that Ifrit stuff going on and you're on spikes, that won't kill you when that damage goes out.
Because it's snapshotted, so it's down before you are on the spikes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Joined up.
Joined up. Back in. Merry-go-round over. So he's going to do another spark beam. Mm-hmm. And we designate a spot for somebody to stand with this, just so everybody knows where it's going to go. We just point it back towards A again and have everybody move away from that.
Okay.
Yeah, we had it against the wall, but whatever works.
Yeah. That's what I like about this tier is that there's different ways to approach each one of the the fights. And each strategy is equally valid. So even if what we're explaining to you here isn't the way you guys do it, I mean, more power to you as long as the boss gets killed.
Yep. There's lots of ways to deal with these mechanics. There's only a handful of mechanics that there's no other way to do it. But this is definitely I don't think you can really have anyone besides the tank kill those big ads, right? Because the damage that goes out.
No, you can. You definitely
you can
have done black links before. I mean, it's hard, but you can do it. Like, you have mana wall, you just mitigate the first hit, and you do so much damage, it's dead before the second hit even lands.
But you have to have a caster for the red one.
But they're not always.
Yeah, well, you can put a healer in it.
You can. You can put. Yeah, I guess so.
Like, every jail can be actually done by another class that's not designed for it. So.
All right. As long as they're geared for it.
It's harder. Yeah. Well, it helps.
Yeah. You can have a warrior do the melee one.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true. Someone in chat was definitely mentioning that too.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And so this is another beam that goes out. And so after those sparks happen, and this is actually not a hard. It tricked me at first a few times because I was so used to that 2 sparks beam and then someone almost dies. This is actually 2 sparks, gives you enough time for a debuff to fall off, then the beam.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yep. So you look. There's no debuffs. If you look on it right now, there's no debuffs on anybody, and then the beam goes out.
Oh, that's pretty handy. That's good to know. We were freaking out and virusing that when we had stacks. So.
Yeah. And so that's the one thing I kind of noticed here is like I would usually freak out and try to over mitigate it too, but I don't think it's as necessary here. I do try to get a Sacred Soil, I think, down during the sparks just to kill some of the damage going out there. But that's about it.
And there's also no bomb that goes off during this, so it's a lot easier to handle. But he does a couple more sparks, and then we will go into the second Pussy and Ball phase.
Yeah, which immediately just starts with the fire, I think.
Yep. This one does.
Annoying. Yeah.
It does fire and heart at the same time.
Yep, there's the fire
there
right there. So you still run to the middle for that, right?
Yeah. Yep. So we bait it towards the middle, so everybody knows which way it's going to be pointed. And he gets out of dodge there, and you get a nice little close up of the explosion that goes off.
Yeah.
And then there's the heart coming out. Everybody gets on the heart. We heavy it, and then we stun it.
Many balls.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's 2 balls going around during the first phase. There's 2 balls going around now. And then between when is this third one? There's a third one that comes out.
Beam, and then at the beam it comes out.
Is this the beam right here?
Beam. Yep. Beam. We point it towards the wall. They get hit by the beam.
There should be 3 balls. I don't think you see them drop, but there should be 3 balls now.
Is this beam like dedicated to someone like every single time, or is this like a completely random beam?
Threat based again.
Threat based. Okay, and that's
sure.
Who has it this time? Your Dragoon?
That's right.
Okay. I gotcha. And then right after it is another fire.
Yep.
This is a really annoying part of this.
This is where most people have the most trouble with. Like, there's a lot going on. There's the beams, there's the fire, there's the heart you have to kill, and suddenly there's 3 balls as well, which are really.
Yeah, you can see all 3 on the screen right now.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things to keep track of all at once. A lot of things to keep in the old duder's head. You know?
But if you stand in the corner, man, you're all right.
With your DVD screen logic,
yeah, exactly.
I'll get with you there.
Yeah. And so there's 3 hearts in this phase, right?
2 hearts.
There's only 2.
Just only 2? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. There's 2 in both of them, but what's different about this one is that there's 2 fires and 3 balls.
Yep.
Poor Balana, look at that.
By a ball.
I got my ball right there, yes. But luckily I am Vite melded, so I did survive.
Nice. Yeah, I remember when you were doing progression, you're like, yeah, gotta get that vitality, man.
I know you've got it sound muted, but FaZe just yelled like right after that, just watch the balls.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I should play this with sound on it like one time just so we can hear it. Do you guys make some awesome comments in there?
We didn't. This was pretty late. We didn't pop off too loud at the end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So then we go back into another jail phase here. This is the third one. You're going to know which one you're getting either because you get bombs or you don't. The bombs are going to go out on the 2 targets, which is going to be the one of the melees and the healer, or you'll just get a
beam.
Sizzle beam onto the main tank, right?
Yeah.
So main tank getting Sizzle beam means it's going to be the red and
the tank?
Yeah, it's caster and tank.
Yeah.
And that one
again, here I get confused and lost. So I look at what colors are out. I look and see if a tethers are out, and then I'll handle it there. My logic works for every single time, man.
A little reactive play. But in this one, because we got the bombs, we get the purple and the green one.
Mm-hmm.
The tricky thing about if you get the caster one here is that he will do Sizzle Spark either right after or while you're in the red cage. So you have to be more careful in there. Actually, don't try Disaster or Death Flare during that one. Just so
this is where you save like mana ward and shit. If you're Black Mage, you save mana ward and mana wall for that, so you can mitigate the ad and the Sizzle Spark. Otherwise, well, at this level of Pork, when you are like 210 to 220 maybe, you just die.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
So this is one stack and then the beam. So this is still not as ridiculous as that other one. Okay.
Right, and it's on the. It's actually. Is it on the main tank there?
Yep.
Yeah. We actually have it on the main tank every once in a while.
So another set of cages, same as before, except for this one, you're gonna get that Sizzle Spark during it. So you have to make sure that people are topped off, have regens, and as a caster, don't do stupid stuff.
Yeah, so the annoying thing is you have 2 NCR as well, which have to die, and you have to padlock, and you need to get the cast out really quickly as well. Otherwise, he's going to die to Sizzle Spot, which you have to kill the ants as well.
How fast do you have to kill the ads? I mean, you don't have to kill them that fast, do you?
Well, pretty fast, I think, like, what, 20 seconds?
Probably like 20, 30, I think would be the number.
And maybe, yeah.
Priorities are locked, though, right?
I mean, time flies, so it's quicker than you think.
Okay.
I think we have our monk stay on these, and then we have we have our range to go and get rid of the padlock.
However, you can maximize the damage on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Your ranged is your bard.
And a scholar.
And a scholar. Yeah. Okay. And then we have another beam going out here.
Yep, another beam.
Yeah. And
that's another single vulnerability beam, so you kind of have like a little bit stronger beams there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is basically easy. Like, this is just Sizzle Sparks. Like, he just keeps doing Sizzle Sparks, I think, until
the Enrage.
Yeah. Which is a really big Sizzle Spark.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I've hit it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I've seen it.
And there you go. You can't get any more tombstones this week, man. So all right, well that's the fight.
Yep.
It's pretty easy, straightforward.
Yeah, it's a lot more straightforward than other ones.
Yeah.
There's a lot of repetition with just like slight variations. Like you get that sizzle beam, but then you get the sizzle beam with the dots, or with the debuff. You get the cages, but you get the cages in different order this time. You get cages with a different combination. You get a different which one has the prey. Basically, it's a lot of repetition that's going on with just slight variations.
I gotcha. That's kind of way easier than actually dealing with A6S, I think. But I mean, at first, before it got nerfed and it kind of evened out, and it was a little bit better how it all worked out there. So the other part here let's see what we got. Do we have any questions here? We got a couple of troll questions that I'm gonna ask for you. Aurora, question for Balana. Will you be attending the EM dinner with that manly man of a beard?
Fucking Aurora.
So is the EM dinner a fan fest dinner? I'm guessing.
We are having a fan fest, meetup, of course, because we have like 20 people that are going to be there. So of course we're all going to meet up. Why the hell not? And yes, hopefully the beard will be even 4 months bigger by then. So
I was checking my inbox. Wow. I don't have an invite going to.
I mean,
it's still in the planning phases.
Yeah.
I mean. Yeah. It's going to be after the first day, so I'll probably be hanging out with you. I'll probably be buying you a beer. Like, oh shit, I gotta go sing.
Man, I'm going there. I'm going to try to, if I maybe get there at Wednesday night.
Oh really?
Yep.
I'm planning on driving out like Thursday during the day.
Yeah, it's either Thursday or Wednesday. It has to be early. Like I can't be there because I need that time with people away from doing FanFest stuff. Because FanFest is all day. It's pretty long, and you have one night session that you can probably do stuff with each night, but Sunday night you're driving home. So after the concert, of course.
Of course, you got to see the primal.
You can't miss Koji. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was so good seeing Koji do like the Moogle X thing.
Yeah, the Moogle one. Yes, that was like the best thing ever.
Were you there, Miunih?
No, I wasn't there, but I had like the stream open, and he just stole the show.
It was so nothing on stream compared to what it was in real life, man. Oh gosh.
I wish I could do that. That was pretty cool.
Do it, man.
I missed out last year. I couldn't get tickets, so.
Dude, this year is gonna be, I think, way more ridiculous than it was before. Gosh. All right. So the next question I have here, it wasn't recorded, but I did see it actually pop up in chat. People are wondering why you aren't doing World Prog anymore, Miunih.
Why?
Why are you leaving the scene?
22 hours a day for 2 weeks is just it's just too trying. I just want to do other things like in real life as well.
Are you going to do regular raiding, like just normal raiding?
Yeah, definitely. I'm actually making a team right now. It's gonna be a good team. So.
Awesome, man. God, I have actually a couple of my friends have moved to Gilgamesh now. Is Gilgamesh still growing?
Always.
I think so.
Really?
When is it going to start bleeding, man? It needs to like go the other way.
Nope. If you go in here, you see the party finder, you see why people come and they stay. Like, you could be, 2 a.m. in the morning, it'll be like 6 listings still up in party finder.
Yep.
Prime time, it's like, did you know the party finder has a scroll thing on the side?
Yeah, no,
you can actually scroll down and see more. Yeah.
That was
people who aren't on Gilgamesh. That's a shock to them that can get that big.
So, I don't know, man. It's too much. I don't want to abandon the hope that the servers will be more than just what they are right now, because it's going to turn into Final Fantasy's one server, one American server, one European server, maybe 2 Japanese servers.
It'd be really hard to implement just because of housing. At this point, I think they're kind of locked into the servers that they have.
Yeah, I don't know.
They need to do some mergers. They just have to do some mergers, I think, and
just
make it work. And with the housing, just make, all you got to do with housing is just say something, put the parentheses with the old server name next to the housing. I mean, you're done. And separate that into different servers. But anyways, question from Miunih from Jack Frost. Is Azu a good dad?
Oh, fuck. Yeah, sure he is, yeah.
Tell me the story behind that one.
No.
Nope. Okay.
Not gonna happen.
All right. We're not gonna tell the story about it then. All right. If you guys have any other questions about A7, anything else, anything for our guests, go ahead and ask them. We're about to do a quick segment with Miunih shoutcasting his world first A7.
I'm not shoutcasting. I'm not doing it.
You can do it. You want me to do it for you?
You just gotta talk for 13 minutes straight over the whole video. Just be like, here's what's going on. This is happening.
You can do it. I trust you first.
Oh, you're gonna hate me. All right.
Fine.
Here's me, Miunih derpty derp. I got me my Black Mage stuff on. Look at this. I look like Vivi. I look like fire casting it. I'm in the spikes.
Is spot on.
I hate this, man. Why do I gotta be so far away? I gotta stay in my circle. I don't want no damn hammer stuff happening. I'm staying way over here. All right, didn't get hit by the hammers. Hope we clear it this time. I'll get disconnected. Folder will yell at me. So, here we go. Still going up. But just beam. I don't even know what that mechanic is. I never get hit by it. Let me just keep going. All right, look. Is another mechanic about to come up? I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
When did you move to the south? That's when I went.
All right, I'm already in my spot with my bomb over here. So let me just kind of stay here. Blizzard? Why do I cast? I don't know. Lightning. Here we go. We're going, and then the next mechanic. I don't know. I just stay in one spot all the time. I'm a black mage. let me teleport over. Let me teleport over. Hold on. Bombs out. What does that mean? So we got that over there. It's taking it over to B. All right, cool. None of this is red. All right, let me just sit here and keep casting fire.
That is literally what I think. It's not red.
I'm gonna keep casting fire here. So we're still going through all this. Strumdoll. I don't have to silence stuff. That's not my ability. I just keep casting fire. I forgot black mages are so stagnant. All right. So here we go. Get back on the boss now. Cast a fire.
Man, that sounds like a retard.
I guess it's an Appalachian accent.
Oh, look at that lightning. Where's that from?
Very, very frightening.
It's a very frightening lightning. Here we go. I'm still standing in my circle. I've moved about maybe twice so far in this fight. We're just sitting here. I think another bomb might be going out. I think that's what happens next. We're just kind of still sitting here. Oh, shit! There's a bomb! Full got a bomb.
False alarm. All
right, we're good. Oh, that's red on the screen. I got a tether on me. I'm going to the middle because yeah, all right. All right, we're here. I'm safe. This is what I'm doing. Fuck this. There's my DPS. It's gone now. This whole part is stupid. What am I doing here? I hate this. This is the worst part of the fight. What? Screw you, Square Enix. Why are you doing this to me? All right, well, let me sit here and just look at this engine oil. What the fuck? Bloopity blobbity piece of shit. All right, good. Go. Fire. More fire, please. Wow, this is very uninteresting from the caster standpoint.
It really is.
Yeah, it's a pretty boring fight as a caster.
Yeah. All right, back to casting. Let's click on him. Go right back on him. All right, we're going up to the next part. Oh, there's some more lightning coming out of the ceiling. There's no storm clouds out there or anything. All right, and so, spikes are gone. Just keep on casting. I'm in my circle. There's balls, whatever. Just stay right here. As long as they don't move the
DVD player. Where's
the DVD? Get in my DVD spot. I'm in the corner. You're in the wrong corner, Miunih. What are you doing? All right, so here we go. Going into the corner. Here goes the ball straight. Oh, it went straight into the corner.
Oh, no.
Oh, it bounced. Okay, it bounced off. Here we go.
Close.
Okay, back to the cast. All right, here we go. Just standing out in the middle doing more casting.
Wait, that was really close, actually.
It was. All right, and so let's run over here. There's fire up, going to the middle. All right, cool. There's a heart. Did you even attack the heart in the last one?
Yeah, I did.
I didn't even see you attack the heart.
Isn't it?
All right, there's the heart. All right, you switch. There you go. Fire at it. All right, staying still. Hey, what's up, Layla? What's up, man? Just hanging out here casting. All right, now you're running back to the middle. Okay, back to the middle because there's a bomb that comes out immediately. Oh, there's a bomb. Is there any? What's going on next? Whatever. Just keep casting. Oh, there's red. I'm tether. I'm gonna stay here. I'm not gonna move and make this easier for other people to attack because I need to keep casting. I'm just gonna stay right here. Just stay still. All right.
Oh, he's got a thundercloud proc. Is he gonna go for it? He
did.
Madman, the absolute madman.
Oh man, who cares, man? You're good. Just do your fire style. Just fire it on up. All right, so you cast a fire. You gotta kill it. Before it kills you. There's almost no chance.
Blowing the ley lines. Gotta get that down. Gotta get it down.
All right, we got it. All right. Here we go. Now back to casting on the boss, not moving. More lightning. I just want to kill this boss with a sizzle spark. All right, I still don't understand what that means. I just know lightning happens afterwards. Whatever. I stay here. Healers will take care of me. Yep. Here we go. Do you get a beam? No. Who gets the beam after this? Oh, there's no beam after this one. Never mind. All right. Up. There goes the bomb. Rin-chan. What time is it? Rin-chan now. All right.
It's high noon.
All right. And then we got another Panzer doll. Got to kill that within 20 seconds, right, guys? 20 seconds. Here we go. 20 seconds. Cast fire. Fire 4. Fire. Here we go. Fire 4. I want to play Black Mage now.
No, you don't. Everyone says that. It's like, nope.
There's a reason why I play Summoner instead of Black Mage.
Are you just trying to stay right where the tank is? Like, I saw you move exactly with the tank there.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't cleave, so I might as well.
Oh, yeah, whatever. Oh, there you go. Yep. There's the beam. First beam on you. All right. Whoa, what the hell just happened? I don't know. We'll go back to casting. I don't know what's happening.
Oh, I'm such a retard.
Sorry, Miunih. Alright, so we keep going through this. Yep. Alright, what's happening now? We got the next beam, the death beam.
Some bombs.
No, we have a death beam going out, right?
Yep, death beam and bombs.
Alright, it's not on you. You're good. Not on me.
Nope.
Nope, you're good. You're clear. No issues here. Some bombs! Oh, fuck, what do I do? Let me run back over this way. Gotta get back to my circle, though. Hold on. Back to circle. Run. Alright, you're good. Back to casting.
Back to casting.
Let's get back to it, guys.
Say hello to Helena. Yo, Lena, what's up?
Who, what? Oh, who is that? Oh, hey, man, what's up? High five. Back next to you again. Alright, so here we go. Sizzle Spark number 2. This is where lots of debuffs come out, but you're okay. Your healer's got you. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was pretty bad. Alright, Uplander Doom. Here we go. Uplander Doom. Lots of damage going out to the tank. We're seeing that happen. Oh, God. Do you even...
Every mana.
I like this. You stand in the spikes. This is something I actually like about what you're doing. You're standing in spikes.
No fear.
Yeah, you're just like, whatever.
I'm just gonna cast.
I'm going to sit here and cast. I gotta get as much casting as I can off of. Fuck mechanics and everything else that's going on. All I know is to get here, and I can ignore more mechanics if I stand in the spikes. Fuck merry-go-round. I'm just gonna stand out here and ignore all this crap so I can keep casting. He
does have a sizzle spark coming up. He's got to join. Oh, warps the team. All right,
yep,
cool.
teleport. Yep.
Easy game.
Easy game, guys. Oh, now why don't you run back into the spikes, man? Oh, the sizzle spark. I got you.
Yeah.
You actually knew it was going to happen there.
easy.
All right, we got you. You paid attention to that one. All right. And so now more sparks coming out. More AoE stuff again. Your healers are like, I hate this fight. This is probably the worst fight ever. No one has died though, so they're okay. Let's see what's next. We got a beam coming out. Is it on Miunih? Is Miunih gonna get it? Yeah, you got a mechanic. Oh, mechanic, and you got away from the group. You had to get out of your ley lines. Oh, that sucks.
That is the worst part. It's like, no, my ley lines.
All right, so let's keep on casting. Hold on. Where's your other ley lines? Is it up yet? How far away is it? I don't know how black mages work.
It's not up all the time, Frosty.
Oh, okay. All right, it's up half the time though, right?
Oh,
All right.
well, yeah. Basically.
All right, there's the fire out. You're like, holy shit! There's the fire. It's going across the screen. I don't know what it means. I just gotta get away from the center. That's what they tell me. Oh, there you go. Back on the heart. Do you slow this? No, you don't.
I don't.
You don't.
That's scholar work.
Please,
right
I'm
there.
a black mage. I don't do anything. What's wrong?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Black mage. Back to casting. Stay still. Oh fuck! There's
let's
two
get-
balls.
This is where Alice gets hit. This is priceless.
Oh, does
He's
he?
so mad on the video.
All right, hold on. Does he scream and get really angry?
Yeah, he gets.
All right, we're gonna go back to it. We're gonna.
But like,
Oh, not on this video.
yeah, no. This is like just normal.
Let's see.
But we have a video with comms. He gets so mad. It's like, fuck damn it.
All right, I'm listening to it. Oh, you don't
It's
have
the fire
comms
one.
on this. You don't have comms on it. Never mind.
Yeah, no, it's the other video. I don't know where it is.
All right, good. All right, so let's see. You're tired of these balls already, right? 3 of them going around. You're like looking at them. You're like, motherfucker, don't come near me.
Alice, god damn it.
Gotta get back to casting. Oh, Jesus! Did you stutter step that or did you miss it? No, I think you stutter stepped. All right, back to casting. Stay still. Keep looking at that heart. All right, good. Oh shit, went fast. Okay, you
guys
got it.
like to cut it close, don't you?
Yeah. All right. And he was like, "No, you guys get it. I'm not moving. I'm not moving the boss. You guys better fucking get the thing. I'm not dealing with this." All right. Well, ooh, sizzle spark. All right, keep moving. Balls everywhere. All right, beam. He better get out of the way. Oh no, you got out of the way. You're like, oh man, that might actually come out on me. Or are you getting into position?
It was red.
It's red. It's red. Miunih, you got it.
Oh shit, I got zoom doomed.
Oh, that is
I didn't
rough.
know that. Oh, shit.
World first. Of course, Miunih would get zoom doomed, right?
Yeah, it's okay. I got my level. Like, I don't
Yeah.
care.
Are you gonna cast? Or no, you're gonna wait.
No,
You're
I'm
doing good.
scared.
You're doing good here.
Scared.
You're doing good. All right. And so going to the next part. You're running out. You're getting out of jail. Done to jail. You're like, get away from me, Blob. I'm done. Get to the edge. Where's your ley lines at?
Man of words.
Do ley lines.
My ley lines just on CD.
Do your ley lines. That's what black mages do. Keep casting fire. You know what level my black mage is? 25. He's a thaumaturge. I don't understand anything that's happening right now. All right, back to casting. We got lightning. Got ice. Dude. Benediction, yeah.
Pretty clutch.
Yeah, that was.
Let's go back to it. I missed it. I want to see it. All right, we're gonna go back.
There it is, right there.
Ooh, it's good. It's good. All right, teleport. I might be going back to cast.
That zoom doom really annoys me.
Well, you still got another 30 seconds of it, so.
Oh, rough.
You're not getting chunked for
those
huge
low
amounts of
HP
damage or
pulls.
anything.
Yeah. Yeah. And so it is 26. Never mind, it's 26. So yeah, all right. Sitting here, all you do is just sit in that ley lines, back to casting, kill this Panzer doll. All right, Strum doll. All right, don't gotta silence that. That's not a mechanic I ever have to worry about. Keep on casting Fire 4. Where's Fire 4? Are you gonna cast it?
Oh, with the flare.
Oh.
Flare into
Blizzard
I
3.
didn't know what I was doing.
Oh man,
You're setting
nice.
up for the landing. You're setting up for the landing here.
All right. Excellent. So going back. All right, here we go. Fire 4 is coming out.
You can see I got
Boom!
more nervous because I just absolutely smashed the keyboard. I want the Fire 4.
Fire 4!
Fire 4!
Fire 4!
Yeah.
Fire 4!
No,
Fire 4! Keep going, Fire 4! Fire 4!
Yeah, this
Fire
is
4!
MTMP Fire 4.
Fire 4! Fire 4!
Yes!
Yeah! Alright.
Yeah.
There we go.
Ending with 0 MP, as intended.
That is how you're supposed to do it. If you don't end the fight with 0 MP, you messed up, man.
You're doing something wrong.
You're doing something wrong. You are not elite. You're not ultimate. I'm always full mana at the end of every fight.
Yo, man, I wish I sounded like that, like all day. That would be an exciting life.
There's VV Miunih. Good job, man. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed my cast of Miunih there. I did a really good job.
I may have to hand over the title to you.
Hand over my title. I wasn't thinking about the mechanics at all because I don't, man, if I understood how black mages worked, I might be a little bit more surprised by that. But I just know you cast fire and ice. That's all I know.
Cast Fire 4 over and over and over again. That's black mage. Like, I don't do mechanics. If there's mechanics, I got mana war. I don't care about mechanics.
Stance does.
Yeah, that's it.
The rare shot of the non-dip drop on the clear.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Oh.
So that's funny because we actually like contacted GM, right? Because they said you have to contact the GM to get your dip if you cleared it before. And we contacted the GM and they said like, so you want what, like 7 dips? We were like,
Yes, please.
yes. We said no because that would have been like, that would be because they thought we cleared it like 7 times, but they didn't understand that we had odds to clear it in week 2, and like after week 2 they finally did the patch where you got the dip.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't understand like we want 3 dips because we cleared once normal and once with odds as well. So they thought like, oh, with odds, so like 7 dips. No, not 7 dips. I wish it was 7 dips because that would have been swell, but no.
Yeah, no, that would have been amazing. You guys would have been ahead the curve. Then people would call you for cheesing and all that.
Yeah, you can't do that. That's just.
Oh, all right. Well, that's pretty much A7S, guys. I think we've hit it pretty hard today.
Easy fight.
Easy fight. We knocked the heck out of that fight. Right.
Prog on it was a lot shorter than A6. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. Well, A6, you guys were banging your heads up against like little glitches and stuff the entire time too. It wasn't so severe here, right?
No, like I have never seen.
Although Balana never ran into it, apparently, right?
No, he never did. I've seen the glitches like once or twice, but
in A6.
In 6. Oh, 6. Yeah, we were fine. We kind of flip flopped. In 7, we got hit the glitch like a little bit, but 6 we only saw it once, and we thought we had figured it out. We're like, what are you guys doing? We just did it like this and it worked fine.
He was so mad. Like 50% of the time we would just wipe, and it's so dumb.
Yeah, I remember. Again, follow Miunih on Twitter. You'll know for sure when every time something bad happens and he's really angry, it will be there.
Know.
Yeah. So I mean, most of the stuff in here was kind of neat. I think the most unique thing was dealing with bombs and jails. Jails made it kind of interesting just because like it gave people different little areas of things to do. Kind of like sucking you into a tube, but not sucking you into a tube, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you guys like the fact that they put something like jails in this fight?
I mean, it's a cool mechanic. I just wish most of the bit wasn't handled by you stand there and do nothing.
Yeah.
Half the time you're in there.
So you want less things where you have to just sit there and do nothing. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. But at the same time, that's a control factor, right? You're having to control yourself, and so it would be nice if you only had to control yourself for like a second or two.
Well, there's another like control thing here which you can do. Watch, the big door that comes up in the first cages.
Mm-hmm.
Like most people kill it really fast, but it's better to control yourself and not kill it fast to keep your stacks up, so you have more DPS on the boss instead, which is way more efficient. But most people kill it fast, and if there were more like control mechanics like that, that would have been like much good.
I get you.
Like,
so
you apply your DPS correctly instead of.
Yeah.
But standing still around doing nothing, it's really.
Would it be better if they like had it just like, I don't know, made it to where it was hard to do damage to him, but you could still do damage to the ad? Like, for example, you could still chip away at it without it killing you. And then once the lock was broken, then you could really kill it. That way you could actually be clicking and doing something.
Yeah, but not doing anything is like boring. Like if you had to kite it for some reason, or like do another mechanic while you were in the cage, and not DPSing, sure. But like not doing anything at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a good example of where you have to exercise really good control would have been like T7 Savage, like back in the day.
Yeah, definitely.
Like you have to be able to push at the right times. You have to, kite those things and not kill them and things like that. It's a very restrained kind of orderly fight.
Okay. This one was just sit there and wait for other people to do stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotcha. All right, so that pretty much covers all the fight. Do you guys hate cats? Love cats? What's the situation after this fight?
Cats. I don't like this cat, but I like cats.
Yeah, he's the only one who had voice
like
acting
balls.
in this entire fight.
Yeah,
It's true. It's true.
Effing meow.
The only thing like this, what could make this fight better is like on those big balls.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of wanted like a goblin on there with like
instead of
red
like running
nose.
backwards.
Yes, and like the big shoes and like. Yeah, that would have been cool, but no.
Yeah, that would have made more sense to me. I have to imagine they're inside the balls, though, right?
Yeah, they're probably pushing in. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. They're doing it kind of like a gerbil thing, a gerbil ball, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good with that. All right. Any last thoughts on this fight?
It's a cool fight. I like
cool
it.
fight. All right. Are you guys excited about the AS discussion that we'll have? I can bring you guys come back for that if you guys want to do a 8S.
8 is the best fight. So.
Yeah, I'm always down for a little bit of this action.
Yeah, a little bit of action. It was fun today. It was a little bit weird going into some of this at first, but I think it worked out actually pretty well. We should have got some more wipe videos on this and just watch people wipe and made fun of them the entire time for wiping, but I don't know why we did. Maybe we'll do that later.
That's what people have your stream for, Frosty.
They can watch me. Yeah, exactly. Make fun of people wiping. They can just watch my stream. Jesus, we were doing A6 last night with our new group, trying to get it clear for one of the new members that transferred over. Cryo actually joined, and so we died on A6 a lot, so many times. And we did Raid Finder. Have you guys used Raid Finder yet? No, at all?
Just to queue in with a full group.
We were missing. So we have one night where we had to pick up one person, and so we found people, and we make it flag to where they have cleared it before, and we find people. They go in there, and we find someone to get in there. They get in our team speak, we explain it, and we clear it. It hasn't been bad, but that's only with finding like one person.
I know, like Rin from my group, uses Raid Finder to get like other people like Xeno and shit to like speed kill, and that seems to work. It's pretty cool actually.
Yeah, I could see that working out pretty well. I haven't tried it to actually get someone from another server to be in the group yet, but I did use Duty Finder on A4S. This is another example of this. A4S.
That's a pretty brave of you.
Yeah, and so 7 out of 8 of us knew exactly what we were doing, and right now it's okay because they got the echo in there and everything else. But literally, people are queuing into that stuff that have not entered A4S yet. They have not read into A4S, but there's people queuing up for it, and you can't just kick them out, man. It just doesn't work like that.
You can, but
and so it's rough, man. That's why Raid Finder has been so good so far, because you can declare this person has to have cleared the fight.
Wait, A4S isn't on Raid Finder?
No.
I never used it.
Only
it's just a Duty Finder.
Yeah.
Oh, that is stupid.
Yeah, only the most recent stuff is going to be in there. Stuff with like a weekly lockout.
I think those flags help out a good bit so far.
Wait, is there like an item level restriction on it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a level restriction to it.
But is it gonna be on like the new patch as well? Because that would be dumb.
In the new patch, I'm hoping what they do is to just keep adding things to Raid Finder and they don't put it in Duty Finder.
Yeah, no, the thing is, if you have like if you put like A9 and it has like an item level restriction on it, how are you gonna enter on it? Like from a world first perspective, how do you?
Oh yeah, I don't know.
A12 or whatever. Yeah, if you have to be like 260 to get into whatever, and you can't have that amount at the point, that'd be gated. I think they'd be smart enough. I'd hope they'd be smart enough not to do that.
I hope not, because that would be dumb.
I think what they will do is put it whatever the highest. I don't know. That's an interesting point, because to get around that, you would have to put it at whatever the highest eye level possible at that time before the patch hit was, which would be like 210 for going into patch 3.2.
I assume because you can already see the entrance for the last Alexander. It's like on top. You go into his head. Spoiler.
Oh yeah.
But I just hope you can just go up there and still just like talk to him and just go in there.
Oh yeah, you can still go into. That'd be a good thing to test to see if you can go into Midas. Just have everybody get butt naked and then zone in from the front door right there.
Yeah.
I tried to go in through the front door. It won't let you.
Really?
Yep.
For Midas?
I'm pretty sure I tried to go in. Not for normal, but for Savage, I tried to do it the same way. You got to talk to the guy to go into Savage, right?
Yeah.
You can't even talk to him anymore.
I mean, Ark is saying that they're only gonna do Raid Finder for the odd patches.
Okay, well that's fine.
That'd be the way to do it.
Yeah, I guess that would be fine then. I don't know. I kind of back and forth on it. I like the fact of being able to queue with people not from my server because I'm on a small server. Really fun. So it kind of sucks that during that first progression patch that you still can't queue with people that are not on your server when you have such a small server. But all right, well then let me go ahead and finish this up, guys. I want to give you guys both shout-outs for being on the show because you guys are both amazing guests, and I love having you on, and that's why I have you on. We need to find some more amazing guests. Right now, a lot of my guest seeds come from Elysium. Again, every time, and, you know...
like it's being called Elysium TV sometimes.
Elysium Talk, yeah, Elysium Talk.
Yeah.
And so, it's sad, but, you know, what am I going to do? There's so many people, there's a handful of people that I've had on the show, and it's not worked out okay. I mean, it has, but kind of... You know.
There's the group from EU which I've been tracking, like that new Angard FC, or not the new Angard FC, but there's a new group from Angard who got actually world first on Nidhogg. Like they might be cool people to get onto the talk.
I don't want trolley people. I don't want drama people. Like,
I don't
there's
know
a lot of
trolley. I don't know.
No, trolley's okay. Trolley's not that bad. I meant drama people. People who come in I can't stand these guys. They do all this and this. I like that stuff's so disgusting to have on the show. I don't want to bring that onto the show. And so that's the biggest thing I'm looking for is getting away from that. But that's all right. You guys are still great anyways. I have great conversations every time. I don't care. That's all this is about anyways, is having good conversations and talking about stuff. So thank you guys for coming on the show. Balana, do you have any shout-outs you want to do for anybody?
Just shout-outs to Elysium. Shout-outs to everybody on Gilgamesh. Shout-outs to my raid team. You can hit me up on my Twitch channel is YoJobo. My Twitter is Balana Rahl, R-A-H-L. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for having me on again, Frosty. 6th time. Gets better with age.
Keep adding it up, man. Just start putting marks on the wall behind you. That way we can
knock it up. Get a Layla whiteboard.
Oh yeah, a Layla whiteboard. Gosh, she should have used that. I don't know why you didn't use that. All right, Miunih, do you have any shoutouts you want to do?
I mean, all the shoutouts like Balana to Elysium to Gilgamesh. I know all the Twitter people that follow me. Like it's been a huge support in my work progression. Like I like raging on Twitter, like many people know.
Yeah.
There's I've found lots of friends on Twitter as well. So shout out to them. Mm-hmm. And shout outs to you, of course.
Thank you. Shout outs to you. And you guys, Miunih, do you stream anymore? You were streaming there for a little bit.
No, not really much. I've been busy with other things. So.
I got you. But you're doing Dark Souls, and after Dark Souls, you're like,
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
What about you, Balana? Are you doing any streaming recently?
I was streaming Doom. I was going through that. I'm playing a little bit of Overwatch. I should probably be streaming that. A lot of the guys on my raid team stream. So if you want to hit up, like Sasari or Drexen, they're all typically streaming when we're raiding. So I'm just like, they can get all the viewers.
The whole world is playing Overwatch. So
everybody in the world.
You see a stream,
Overwatch.
It's probably Overwatch.
Yeah, I don't like streaming it as much for some reason. I don't know why. Mostly because I like just streaming it and knowing that I'm doing everything. Like I feel like I'm kind of streaming with people over my shoulders, looking at what I'm doing. Like they're playing next to me, and then they're looking over on my screen. I'm like,
yeah.
No. I don't want you to look at my screen.
Why'd you do it like that? You should be doing it.
No.
You're doing it wrong.
You're doing it wrong, man. But anyways, I don't know. For some reason with Overwatch, I only play it to play with Kurara, who is literally addicted to the game right now. If she wakes up, she's probably playing it. Yeah. We're playing it so much. Oh my goodness. All right. Thank you everybody for watching the show today. I appreciate everybody coming on. And then also, thank you very much to Kerr for collecting the questions today. There was a lot of questions today because you guys are all A7S experts, but that's okay. Thank you very much, Kerr, for doing that. Thank you, Blizana, for the artwork. And I do need to take a second to talk about the music that we have to the intro of our show. I actually found out that music was produced by someone named Andre Kane, which was not who I thought it was. And I want you guys to give him a check out. I contacted him. I was like, hey, guy, I'm using your stuff. I didn't know I was using your stuff. And he seemed really cool about it. He sent me an email. And he's like, yeah, man, that's perfectly fine. Use any of my material that you want. So I'm going to give you guys a link real quick that will kind of go to his YouTube if you guys wanted to check him out. If I can find the link. Holy crud, what did I do? I had it there for a second. I sent it to you, right, Miunih?
Probably somewhere.
Probably. Yeah. Hold on. Here we go. Here's a video. No. Put it in chat. Put it in chat.
Yeah. Oh, in chat?
Yeah, in Twitch chat.
I got banned. Yeah, I thought so.
Okay, there we go. Cryo has it. Check him out. He's a really, really awesome guy. He makes really good covers for things. And we've been using his theme for the beginning of the show for quite a while. So definitely shout outs to that guy. He doesn't have a lot of people watching him. I think he's been around for years and years, but he only has like 4,000 subscribers or something like that. Next week, we're having MogTalk, and we're still working out all the exact details of it. I won't be here. This will be one of the few MogTalks I won't be here, and we're going to have a guest host. I don't know if I'm going to tell you guys who the guest host is right now. I don't think I am. I think we're going to hold off on it. Yeah, and then you guys can watch out and watch it then. He has been on the show before. We're working out the rest of the details for that show in particular, but he will be hosting the show and running it next week at the exact same time. And you guys hopefully will enjoy it. We'll see.
Pretty curious now.
Huh? You curious?
I'm pretty curious, yeah.
Yeah. Watch it. It's going to be 2 hours before the show starts. He's going to hit me up, be like, hey, Balana, can you come and host the show?
Hey, Balana, do you want to just, like, get on the show and just, like, do your thing and just, like, run with it, man? I'll just give you some videos. Just shoutcast them out, and we'll just say that's the next show.
Dude, I would watch that.
Yeah. But, yeah, I have work I have to do next week, so I won't be available for it. I'll be actually in the chat, but I won't be actively watching it 100% because I'll be back and forth a lot. So I get to watch how that's going to go down, too. I'll be back, though, the next week on episode 69, which I haven't figured out how we're going to do that.
A very special episode.
It'll be a nice episode for you guys, and maybe we'll make it super lewd. I don't know. It completely depends. It would make sense, though, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to get, like, Miztech and Rahazy and...
Maybe. Did you say Rahazy?
Rahazy? There's an H in there, isn't there?
Raze?
Yeah, whatever. However you're supposed to say it.
She's a family streamer, man.
Of course.
She's a family
So she's be perfect for episode 69.
Maybe come in here and just scream Kupo the entire time. All right, guys. Anyways, that's it for the show. This was actually a nice, relaxing show. I appreciate everybody for being on, everybody for watching, and we will see you guys next week. I'll be talking to you. I'll be streaming again here Wednesday next week if you guys want to catch us wiping on A7S. So look forward to that. See you guys next time. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, fudge. We got to host somebody.